start by removing this push clip here, press in on the center, and then pop out the whole push clip. That's how you unlock it. Then over here on the door handle, the little cap that you can open, and there's a Phillips head screw right behind it. Remove that. There we go. And then to actually remove this door handle bezel here, you have to take a little screwdriver, a pry tool, stick it right in between the lock and the bezel itself, and pry up, basically up and over to release it, and then do the same thing on the bottom, but go down. And then remove this. Now I'm going to remove this master window switch. I'm going to use a little screwdriver to help me get my pry tool up in here, or underneath it I should say. I don't want to scratch or damage anything. Pry up on it, lift it up and out, and on the back side you'll notice an electrical connector. And press on the release tab, wiggle it, and remove that. Next, we're going to move on to the door handle pocket here. There we go. One side's coming up, perfect. Now that one side is up, the other side popped out. Basically, you're just fighting these two clips here. They're pretty strong. So set that aside. And right behind this, you'll find an anchor bolt for your door. So remove that with a Phillips head. Just make sure you don't lose it inside the door. I guess you could always get it after, but here it is. Now we can go around the door, double check that there isn't anything else, which there isn't on this particular vehicle. With the same plastic pry tool, I'm going to try and stick it right behind the door panel here. And hopefully I can pop out all the push clips that hold this door in. You can hear it's kind of coming out of place, which is perfect. There we go. Feels like there's another push clip right here. Yep, that was it. That's the last one. Before this door panel can come off completely, there's this corner piece here. This needs to get pried off. There we go. Remove that. And now you can just take the door panel, lift it, make sure it clears the handle. Don't pull it too far because you still have a wire here, which is for this light underneath. So press on the connector and just disconnect it. There we go. Now you can set this aside. I want to disconnect this retainer for the wiring harness for the mirror first, and now unplug the mirror connector from the connection right here. Now use a 10mm socket, remove all three of these bolts. There's one, two, and on this third one I'm going to hold the mirror in case it wants to fall. Okay, looks like it's pretty stuck on there just from the seal being old, which is normal. Now that it's unbolted, you can take it and wiggle it. This is easiest, by the way, with the window down. Just break the seal free off the door, remove the mirror, and here is your old mirror. To install the new mirror, make sure this rubber seal is on and it's properly seated. Otherwise, you'll get water coming inside your door, and that's not good. Feed the wire through this hole where the wire used to go through, and line up the 3 bolt holes right there, and install at least one of the bolts to hold it on so you can let go of the mirror without it falling. Okay, now put the other 2 in. That's the second one, and the third one. Then we'll snug them up. When you snug these up and tighten them, just don't go crazy because they are small and they can easily strip inside the mirror. So just go slow. You notice that as I tighten them, the mirror gets pressed up against the door. That's what you want. You want the seal to squish and compress and make a nice watertight seal. All right, that feels tight on all of them. Let's reconnect the electrical connector. Perfect, and I'm going to grab a wire tie and just wire tie this harness like that. That way it's not hanging off on the door. Grab your door panel, reconnect this light down there. Feed your wire through for the window switch to make sure it doesn't get stuck behind the door panel. Now take your door panel and you actually want to hook it up and over this lip here. You'll feel once it falls into place. There we go, right there. Make sure your wire's still good. And now snap in all the push clips that go around. Let's get this main anchor bolt for the door. Thread it on, snug it up. Let's get the window switch connected. And when you slide it in the back first, and then up at the top. Let's put in this door handle bezel. Make sure it hooks in at the front first. There we go. And press it onto the back side. Make sure it locks into both top and bottom locks. And then let's put in this screw that holds it on. Tighten it up. Close up this little door to hide it. Let's put in this triangle piece on the corner here. Make sure it snaps in and locks in place. Perfect. This push clip, to install it, you have to push the middle out, slide it in, press it flush, and there you go.